start on some really interesting music. So anyways, welcome to the stream. I am not sure that we need ChatGPT. Don't tell it I said that. I'm not sure that we need ChatGPT for the next part, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so let's see if we could just get it to draw the background stars that we've got going on here. So, boom, 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 boom. Spaceship, huh? Space font. Okay, we'll leave that in. System init, 3D star. We can delete all this because we already have 2D points. Background stars. So really, when we are instantiating this, and we'll take care of that stuff I just, okay. So it's a world. So right up here we would go world. And then we would go the world. Not sure what else to do on that one. Excuse me. So I forgot now. What are we? Init data? Is there an init data function? What have I been doing? Oh, world init world say we're okay. All right. Okay, world init. And is that gonna write into the? Yeah. So the first BK. Okay, BKG stuff. Okay, so world init. World underscore init, isn't it? Isn't that right? Am I spelling it right? Is my brain completely fried? I can't even see that. I've got squiggly lines. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so world. What else is going on here? Hold on. Okay, space trader. Okay, so world init. Foop, right there. Okay, so here's the thing for the world shaders, load shaders, because I've modified it now. So index, okay, so the index is going to be 0, and then the shaders will be, did we even make the shaders for this yet? I don't think we did. Okay, so we'll make the shaders right now. So init, okay, and then we have to do init textures. Okay, okay. Load shaders. So what we want to load is the shader that will do the background stars and the So let's load space BKG stars 107. There we go. And then the one that we want to load for, what was the other thing I wanted to load for? Ship parts. That's not in here. But basically, since we know the data that's going in, we can just change this. So let's go File, Save As. And let's save this as world. And we'll just call it 2D map 001.vs. Okay, there we go. So we got that. that's right. That's going to be 3. This is going to be a vector 3. And it's going to be grid, size, type. We're just going to lay it out like that. Out vector 4, our color, point size equals a size? No, it's going to be grid, size, type, dot, g. Red, green, blue for the middle float. The middle float. So if it were the Brady Bunch sisters, it would be Jan. Sorry. Okay. Moving on. A color equals color there. But it's a vector 4, so we have to go vector 4 now because A color is only a vector 3. There we go. Okay, so that is acceptable for world 2D map 001.vs. Excuse me, so tired, so tired. Wait, did I hit it or no? Did I hit the thing? No. There. So world. If I finish this early enough, I can do some video game playing. Because I think I will feel like playing video games now after this. But now I feel like coding, so we're coding. Okay, so the 2D map. Okay, so with the background stars, that class there, let's just, I don't think we're quite done with that yet. So let's load the the fragment shader. So we just got the vertex shader, that's good. So the fragment shader is space background stars 107 fs. Space background stars 107 fs. Uh-oh, computer? There it goes. So this is real simple. That's all there is. So in vector 4, out vector 4, temp. This can actually be the same. So why do we send it? So let's save it as. Oops. Can we move this down because I need to see? Yeah. Because, you know, I'm a human. I don't remember this stuff like computers. There, so this will actually work. Spaceship, we can probably leave. The ND characters, we don't need that. Bitmap font, we can leave. So what's going on with this? There's a squiggly. Okay, we don't care. Mem save update, we're not going to use that. Space B font. Load shaders. Okay. So the only thing we want in here, space gem's clear. We don't want any of this stuff. Hold on. Where are we going back to? Okay, we're going all the way down here. Show space, show planet, show D&D, show bvont, program state, swap now. Okay. Let's take out everything up to there. So we just have space gems clear, process input, and then, yeah. So then we're going to go the world dot. What? We do have a render. It doesn't have any information in it though, but it should still show me the world render thing, and it's okay. We haven't compiled this the first time yet, so the computer doesn't actually know all the IntelliSense stuff. So let's see what. Let's leave that out for now. We're not going to render. Okay. Spaceship cleanup. Oh, we need to do a cleanup inside the, okay. The world dot cleanup. Okay, do we have a cleanup in there? I'm sure we do, but we didn't do anything. Yeah, see, cleanup. Okay. Process input. See, there's a lot of stuff in here we're not going to use just yet. But we're going to leave it in there because we will need to use it eventually. I don't think there's anything major, serious. Key callback, mouse button callback. Whoa, we got some stuff here. Okay. For now, we don't need to use this stuff. Right. Left mouse button isn't going to do anything for now. Boop. Right mouse button is not going to do anything for now. Boop. Okay, that takes care of a lot. This we're just deleting. Same with this one. It's all squiggled out anyways. We're not going to use those. Okay, so now we just have squiggles up here. Let's figure out, if we go to build it, what errors we get. One failed. What is the first error? Ship render. Where are we at? Oh, wait a minute. Hold up, what did I do? Oh, shader separate one. Hold on. Class shader. Let's go separate. Or dual? I don't know. Shader, dual. We need to change it. Shoot. So shader dual. So now I have to do a replace. I don't like doing it. Alright, let's just go through the whole thing here. Actually, we can just go throughout the whole document. We don't have to. Okay, so what we're looking for is shader : : Okay. So edit, find and replace, quick replace, shader : : We're going to replace with shader dual : : like that. Okay, replace all. Then we'll save that as shader separate one. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Okay, so shader dual, so let's go back to here. There, so that one inherits shader dual. And then let's go back to the other one. For the other ones, which one was I using? Shader M2. See, I even forget this. There's so many options there. I think it's M2. Let's just choose M2. Put it in there. And then let's load the previous one. This one. And just look. Shader M2. Okay, good. Alright, we're good. So any of them, that should fix that. So the world, and that. Okay, so now let's go back and build solution. Okay, a lot less this time. It's a warning, error, shader dual, base class undefined. I thought we just did that. Why is this darkened out? Let's just restart. I don't know why Visual Studio is doing that, but we'll see if this fixes it. See, it's dark. It's kind of like a little faded. Why is it faded? I wonder why it's faded. Okay, we don't need that, but why is this like faded? See, isn't that weird? That's kind of weird. Kind of weird. Shader Duel looks like it works here. Shader Duel base class undefined. Computer. Does this have to do with which one is declared first? Space Trader World. No, it's right there. And this one's definitely declared after that one. Alright, well I'm not sure why it's doing that, and I kind of want to play Smite, so... in other words, I may not be in the mood to deal with this minor issue, but we could try one thing. We could try to rebuild the solution, but that may or may not generating code. One failed, so it's still got the failed. Shader Duel. Base class undefined. Is it because of the underscore? Can I not have an underscore? I don't want to... Why is it grayed out like that? I don't know. What's happening? Why is it... So, I have no idea. Let's see. $2,009. 2009. Okay, that's... in your local workspace? Hey, Doggy Ninja, is shader H defined in 2 header files? Oh, would that do it? Because it is. Oh, thank you, dude. Look at that. Yeah, because I'm using a copy of... Well, let's just... Well, I don't really care about that, actually, so let's take it out. There we go, dude. And so now did it just... Oh, so what it did was it... okay, thank you. Dude, you're the man. So let's build the solution now. Fatal error, unexpected, and if. Oh. That's in the shaders that I just took out. Okay, so go like that. Build solution. Failed. But at least we're getting better errors now. That's good. Thank you so much. Welcome to the stream. If I was making money with video games, I'd say, come on board and work with me. I would pay you. Okay, world init cannot access private member declared in class world. Oh, here? Oh, so... Okay, you can tell I'm a real noob when it comes to classes and stuff, but... so really... what I do is this. We got more squigglies. They went away now. Space Gems 1 is not a member of World. Didn't say it was. Space Gems 1, what? Oh, we don't need those. Why would it give that error? That's a weird one. Oh, duh, because this I was typing that to put in the cleanup for that. Okay, okay. That was a dumb one. That's fine. Oh, it succeeded. Okay, so we're still not going to get the render, but at least we got everything syntactically and even preprocessor syntactically. Thank you, Dai Ninja. Correct. So there we go. Okay, so what do we have to do? What did we tie on time? 22 minutes? Okay. Not sure why, but my feet are just sore tonight. Not sure why. Oh, let's see here. Okay, so let's take a look at what we actually do here. World init, okay, init VA VBO, VAO VBO, okay, load the shaders. And that's the world 2D map, okay, and then all that other stuff, okay, that's cool. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so what I want to do is init, save, load, render. We want to just render. So we need to put in a render, and this has got to be for the background stars. We can probably copy this render. Boop, boop, boop. Just change it to work with in here. So what brings you to the stream? Use bind vertex array. Let's see. Underscore V AO. Okay. Oh, 0. Oh, let's put in a lot of extra keys. There we go. Okay, the first 100 points. Use. Or if you're streamers into social media, anything, want to share links, please do. I'm all about sharing links. So use, why is this too few arguments in function call? Oh, 0. She's just looking for the ID. Okay. That's the first time I've used this class. Okay, and they're not moving yet, but I think I have the input system still going. Let's see what happens when we run. Spotted you on Coding Game. Oh, cool. Okay, it works. It instantiates the window, and we are not seeing points. Let's see, let's get rid of that one. Yeah, I do have the clashes. It's the, what do you call it? Points. Space energy points. Okay, so bind array drop arrays points. So why are we not seeing points? Vertex shader, fragment shader. Oh, Debbie, because we don't even call the render function. Alrighty. Might help if we call the render function. World, if I could spell it right, render, there we go. So, here we go. Did it work? Oh, it's working. Cool. Alright, so we're seeing the points, and that's great. They look gorgeous. They look gorgeous. Let's get a, let's see, now I'm feeling like, is it this one? I'm feeling like this. There we go. So render, and then we also need, so what we had with the background stars is we had a cleanup. Okay, we should do a cleanup. Okay, here's the update data. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so then we're gonna get the 100, get all this back to working, and then we'll do this. Okay, so we can just copy this code into the update data. Now, the reason this works though with the direction is because the background stars update data function. Let's save that. Let me look. Main space gems 2. Did I have that in here? Background stars, yeah. So let's background stars render, and then down here we do background stars update data dx dy ps dx equals dx times that. Oh, and the planets and stuff. Oh, that's right, they moved like half the speed of the, okay. So we could include the same, because the same dx dy variable will be available to us, because that is from the process input. Bum, 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 bum. Because I didn't take that out of the code yet, and it's right here. And the ship rotation, everything. Okay, so let's do that this way. Area update? No, just update. Oh, wait. Hold on. Stay broken there for a second. Load save init. Load save. Oh, we have area update. I think we need to be a little bit more clear about what the area update function is, because when I put this in here, I had envisioned update the current area that the player resides in versus the one that I want to be right. Let's put render kind of down here, and then let's go void world update. Should I use that terminology, having the world area update and have the world update? Let's go render update. Is that a little bit more? I think that'd be a little bit more clear. Render update, and let's separate those so they're kind of together. I guess, I don't know. I'm winging it. World render update. There we go. And then we want to include the two floats here. And we can use the same floats, variable names. Just Put them right in there. Then we can just copy all this data. Copy that. Boop. Okay, world render update. So this just needs 2 floats. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so now we're cooking. So that 100, and then we just want to do BKG stuff. There it is right there. Position.x, this, okay. Dot size. Wait, it's coming to me. Hold on. Oh, it's not. It's not being friendly with IntelliSense, so I have to go up here and look. Location, size. No, it's grid size type. But it's not times that, it's just what we want from that is the, it's a vector 3, isn't it? So can we just go X, Y, Z? And we want the size, so that'd be dot Y? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I missed the chat function on Code and Game, and it's nice to actually have the chat in stream, so we can, you know, do the Code and Game and chat. Let's see, background stars. So let's go like this, and just go edit, find and replace, quick replace, space, BKG, stars, and then replace with BKG, stuff. And then what we want to do in there, in the selection, okay, is replace all, hit OK, boop. So get xrand 1, get xrand, get yrand, okay. Whoops, STUFF, wait, VBO? No, this is going to be world VBO 0. Is that what that was? Okay, I don't have to go back and look. I actually remembered, my brain is working. That's kind of frankly shocking. Frankly shocking. Okay, so that should update it. And yep, I missed the CG chat too. I learned a lot from it. Yeah, and it was funny. A lot of the people were really funny on there. Alright, let's see if this works. Now this is going to be... Oh, no, we got an error. It gave the error box? No, world up D is not a member of world. Oh, right, I guess I should finish what I was typing there. Oh yeah, and then this one will just send in what? DX, DY? Okay. Now let's see if this works. So we aim it. Oh yeah, and see, so the mouse controls the direction that we're facing. Nice. So we're kind of moving around. We got the... Alright. Well, 35 minutes. I think that's all I'm going to do tonight. Oh wait, no. There's more. But wait, there's more. Okay, so let's do the... I almost called it in for the night. Just because I want to floss and brush my teeth and shower. And at this point, what did I want to do? Oh yeah. So init textures. Let's go down to there. Where's that function? Okay, so space parts, final, all this. Okay, 4, and it goes through all these. So does this work? Did we call the function to do this? No. Okay. The world init VAO VBO loads shaders. So after the data, let's go like this: the world init textures. Let's just call that function. Make sure that calling it doesn't crash anything. It does not. Okay, that's good. So then I know we're using 4 separate textures. What's the first one? Ship space parts. Okay, so where are we at? World map. Okay, so when I initialize the data, I did 200 of them, and the world render is rendering 100. Okay, so let's render 200, and so the difference between the first 100 and the last 100 is the type, grid size type. So when we pass that into the vertex shader, this grid size type, point size equals that. Okay, we need to pass that on to the fragment shader. So we need to go out vector 3, fragment shader grid size type. So let's go fragment shader grid size type equals a grid size type. Like that. And then we're just going to pull this from the vertex shader, pop it into the fragment shader. We're going to go in, grid size type. Computer, you can get rid of the squiggly, but it doesn't matter because we're in a shader. So if f grid size type RGB or XYZ b equals which one is 0? I think 0 is the first one. Whoops. Actually, the first one is 1. Okay, so let's go to, if it's equal to 1, then we do what we just did and we draw the stars. And that's our frag color right there. Oops, 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 oops. What are we doing? Oh, okay. Never mind. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. So then if it's 2, what we want to do is we want to render frag color equals vector 4. Then we're going to go texture, GL point chord. Wait, yeah, I forget how we do the textures now. Space Trader shapes, background parts. That should show me. Text ID, uniform sampler 2D space parts all. Oh, we just have to, I forgot we had to do this. Space parts all, let's borrow that. I forgot a sampler. So that it's Oh, sorry. Bubble gum. Space parts all. Rotate texture. Space parts all. Oh, rotate texture. Texture sample. So in-text is the sampler and then the thing. Okay, so texture. So where were we at? Where were we at? Here. So we're just gonna go space parts all, comma, GL point chord. All the parentheses in the right spot. Texture returns a vector 4. Okay. Let's see if that crashes or not. Shader separate. Class ship. Background parts there. See what we get. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, there is something different. Oh, they're moving. Are they moving? Nope, they're not moving. Okay. So number 1, the render update only does the first 100. Okay, we need to do 200. And when we initialize, okay, position, color, okay, grid size type. Okay, so the first 100 are fine. The next 100, they need to be bigger. So grid size should be 15 divided by 5 plus 2. Oh, that's much too small. So should be much too small, Jeff. I would go 25 here and then add another 25 and y divide by 5. Okay, you're right. So that'll be 25 plus 25. That should be at least a little bit more visible than they are now. In fact, I would even go 50 plus 25 there. Okay. Because we could see that there was something different. But yeah, let's show me what's up. Oh, I'm getting the... Whoa. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's the alphabet. So I think what we need to do, because the alphabet is... Oh, I think I know why. Because the alphabet... Wait, what? Nice. Yeah, but no, that wasn't it at all. I don't load the alphabet in. That was the alphabet texture. So I'm just right now I'm just going, what the... Bum, bum. Just... Oh, because okay, I do use it down here in the bitmap font, and it's the last one that's loaded as a texture. So what you're telling me is there's a chance. No. So I think it has to do with when I render. I need to specify right here. I need to GL bind, or no, active texture 0, I think. I think that's what I have to do. Let's see. But yeah, that was kind of nice. No, that's not it. Shoot, I'm terrible with multi-texture displays here. Alright, let's see if ChatGPT can possibly rescue me. Do I need to tell it to pretend to be a... There we go. Hopefully it doesn't freak out because I said the word help in there. Just chatting with it like it's a real person. Load your textures and assign them to texture objects. I thought I did that though. Bind texture, right? Bind texture. Bind each texture to a texture unit. Oh, okay. Alright, ChatGPT to the rescue here. So, here's the gen textures which I do. Active texture, bind texture, and then 0 and 1. So I need to specify. Okay. So what I want to do, set active texture, bind texture. Alright, hold on. This I want to do for the first. Where's it at? Okay, so the first time I run this, bind texture, world textures, okay. So right in here, let's so active texture, GL texture 0, bind texture. The first time I don't have to do this, but then I want to set the uniform. And if you have just one texture, you don't have to worry about this because it automatically sets the uniform to the first texture, and that's because the first texture is 0. But so then we want to go set. It's an unsigned integer. 1i. Is that one integer? Hold on, I have to go back to the shader class now. Either one of these will do. Set int. Yeah, it's set int. Alright, set int. So let's go back to where we were. So even though we're in shader dual, set int index. Oh, that's right. I put that in there. String name. Okay. So in the shader, it is called space parts all. And we're going to set that to 0. So now at this point though, when I'm initializing the textures, do I have the shaders? Init textures, so that needs to take place after I load shaders. So foop and foop, because it's going to be looking for the uniform, which needs to be a compiled shader. Because when I set int, if the shader program has not been compiled, it will not know where to find the space parts all. So let's go like this. If I equals 0, we know we're loading space parts all, and let's do those 2 lines. Actually, just this one line there. And what else did we need to do? ChatGPT, what did you say? So active texture, bind texture, and that. So just in case we can do this, but I know that we don't need to do that, but let's do it. Set active texture to 0. Space parts all to 0, and then it will do the bind texture. Now, is that the right order that it's doing it? Active texture, bind texture, uniform. Okay, hold on. Active texture, bind texture, uniform. So let's do the uniform down here. If I equals 0, set int, right? Just pull that back. I know it's a little clunky, and then we'll see if we really, I don't think we need to do the first line, but I'm putting it in like this. Okay. Let's see if that works. Closing my eyes. Closing my eyes. Nope, we still get the alphabet. But look at it. It's the alphabet frenzy. Alrighty then. So, active texture. Texture 0. Space parts all. That definitely gets set and happens. So let's go back to... Wait, what else does it say? Right. Just in case. GL bind texture, texture 2D, texture ID. Did I do that? Where's the render? Bind texture. Oh, I just said active texture. That's when you're... Okay, so bind texture. Target 0. And then texture is going to be... Wait, what was I doing? Oops. And then M texture ID. Oh, GL texture 2D. Oh, so the beginning of that is actually texture 2D. Like that? And then the texture ID is 0? Or do I throw in the... Let's see if that works. Because I might have to actually give it the texture ID. It does not work. Okay. So with this, do I need to throw in the... where are we at? Where are we at? Ba-bum-bum-bum-bum. See, world textures 0. Is that what I need to throw in? There we go. I'm not sure that's going to work yet. I'm horrible with multiple textures. It's... Oh, that's it. Oh, okay, so that is actually the ship parts. But if you notice, and it is not actually, yeah, because in addition to the ship part, we need an index into the ship part sprite. So... Alright, we're going on an hour. I'm glad that that worked, and then I can think about this at work tomorrow, or maybe after I shower tonight. I can do that before I go to bed, but I'm guessing because my feet are really sore that I'm going to just fall asleep here. So I'm going to end the stream. Thank y'all for tuning in. Let's go with an applause here. See if we can end this out here. Let's head on over to raid. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for the help, Dying Ninja. Totally awesome. Let's raid Pirate Software. Get ready to raid him with a little bitty boo of 7 people. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Raid. Now stay tuned for more. I'm going to try to do a little bit every night, so here we go.
Is that the song